All right, so you want to talk IoT and supply chains? Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into how this tech is shaking things up.
Literally. We're talking about tracking goods in real time,
Yeah.
from factory floor to your front door.
And for this deep dive, we're tapping into Masood Khan's Supply Chain Savvy podcast. He had some really insightful points on this. Like, everyone loves getting that notification that their package shipped, right?
Sure.
But this is bigger than just knowing where your new phone case is. Way bigger. I think entire industries transformed.
Yeah, this is next level stuff. Like knowing a shipment of medicine needs to be cooled before it spoils.
Exactly. Khan called it the see everything revolution, which, I mean, sounds kind of creepy when you apply it to, like, everything, but in terms of supply chains,
It makes sense. Think about it. Being able to track, say, those vaccines, not just at a few checkpoints, but constantly. You'd know if a truck gets delayed, if the temperature fluctuates, anything, and you could take action immediately.
wow. So less waste, faster response times?
Potentially. Even lives saved.
That's a big deal. And the cool thing is, this isn't some far off thing. Khan pointed out it's already happening. In fact, he broke it down into four main advantages of using IoT in supply chains.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
So first up, asset tracking, which is basically, like we said, knowing where your stuff is at all times.
Makes sense.
Then there's condition monitoring. So think sensors for temperature, humidity, even if something gets like dropped or bumped too hard.
Smart, so you can make sure sensitive goods are protected.
Exactly. And then it gets really interesting with predictive alerts. So imagine getting a heads up about a traffic jam before it even delays a shipment.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So much less stressful.
Right. The data can actually help anticipate problems. But then the last one, this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing, is process automation.
Okay, now you got my attention. What's that all about?
So, like, picture this, a whole network of sensors, vehicles, systems, all talking to each other, making decisions on the fly.
Wait, hold on. Like automatically.
Automatically. A traffic jam pops up, boom, the system reroutes the shipment. A container of, I don't know, avocados is getting too warm. The system remotely triggers a cooling system.
Whoa. Okay, that's some futuristic stuff.
Yeah.
But that makes you wonder, like, how do you get all those different systems to work together? I mean, half the time I can't even get my printer to connect to my laptop.
Right. And Khan actually talked about that. He mentioned integration challenges. So clearly it's not as simple as it sounds.
Yeah, no kidding. We're not just talking about your printer here.
Yeah.
This is about getting systems from different companies, different countries, all using different tech.
Yeah.
Somehow getting them to communicate. That's a massive task.
For sure. It'd require, like, huge amounts of collaboration and coming up with standards that everyone can agree on.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's not just about slapping a sensor on everything and calling it a day.
Definitely not. But you see how much potential there is. I mean, imagine a future where we actually figure this out. We're talking about way less waste, lower costs, maybe even faster innovation because companies can move things around faster and more efficiently.
That's wild to think about, that something as, I don't know, maybe not boring, but like kind of behind the scenes of supply chains could change so much.
It really shows how connected everything is, though, right? And how much potential there is for tech to improve these massive global systems.
It really does. So listeners, we want to hear from you. If you could track anything in the world in real time, what would it be? Let us know.